Hey everybody, welcome to Spice King. Today we're going to go over everyone's favorite spicy hot wings. But these aren't just any hot wings. These are hot wings made with WB Cooked Cottage Foods Special Sauce, the extremely twisted sriracha sauce. Make sure to stay watching because it's one of the hottest, meanest, most blazing and amazing recipes I've ever seen. The ingredients that go into this are nothing less than a nuclear reaction in your mouth, not for the faint of heart. If you are a real chili head and love your wings hot, then you have come to the right place. So, without further ado, let's jump into the fire. Just as a note here, you're going to need to prepare this sauce at least 4 to 6 weeks in advance so it has time to ferment for the best flavor. Alright, let's go. Now, the sauce itself. Prepare this sauce well beforehand, like we said. Billy's extremely twisted sriracha sauce consists of, well, peppers with a little bit of other stuff added in for additional flavor. Let's run down the list of ingredients containing this lava hot sauce. You got red chili peppers, red cherry peppers, jalapeno peppers, poblano peppers, habanero peppers, ghost peppers, Asian peppers, datil peppers, cayenne peppers, Tabasco peppers, serrano peppers, Fresno peppers, sweet red, yellow, and green bell peppers, and Trinidad scorpion peppers. Then we throw in some garlic, chopped ginger, sea salt, white vinegar, and a little bit of brown and white sugar for good measure. Okay, in order to make these, you cut and de-seed all of the peppers. And I would say you leave about 15 to 20% of the seeds in, depending on the heat factor you want. I personally leave more seeds in for the higher heat. Then you coarsely chop them. Okay, now you take 25 to 50% of the coarsely chopped peppers and put them in a food processor and add 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped ginger, and a tablespoon of sea salt, and blend until it's a fine pulp. Combine all of the pulp with the remaining chopped peppers and place in a sealable gallon jar and fold in 2 to 4 tablespoons of white to brown sugar. Use a little less on the brown sugar as it has an oil substance to it. Now, you allow this to ferment for 4 to 6 weeks. You use a weighted clear wrap on top or you burp it with a closed lid container. Be careful, as you may need to do this twice a day to allow the gases to escape. Warning, do not have your face over the container when burping. You know what will happen. Use a wooden spoon to fold and stir and then reseal. Okay, now we're going to talk about the wings themselves. You're going to make sure you're getting some plump, juicy wings and drumettes. This way you can be assured of not only a belly-filling meal, but the juiciest wings around with the most powerful sauce wrapped around that crispy, crunchy crust. For those of you who don't like the crispy, well, we'll get into that in a few minutes. Now, you go to your local butcher or your meat counter to get these. Even some of the prepackaged ones are good if they are strictly wings. Not a whole lot of other parts such as legs, thighs, etc. mixed in. Just the wings and drumettes is what you're looking for. The oil you want to use is peanut oil also. This allows for the best cooking at the optimal heat without reaching the smoking temperature of 450 degrees. You for sure want to use a deep fryer for your wings also. While you can use a low frying pan, a couple of things will happen. Number 1, you're going to have to constantly monitor your wings to be sure one side doesn't burn, and you're going to have to keep turning them. Number 2, your wife is going to be mad at you and pissed off for making a splatter mess all over her stove and kitchen from the popping and sizzling oil, especially when you first put the wings in. Okay, we have our wings, we have our deep fryer, we have our oil. Now we need to season our wings. There are 2 schools of thought here on what you should do, breaded or unbreaded. Either way is good, it's your preference. Just a few extra steps for the breading. So for what we are doing here today, we'll be doing our unbreaded, or what you call naked. We simply wash the wings off, pat them dry, and take as much water off as we can. Water and oil don't mix very well, especially hot oil. Spread them out on a counter or cutting board. And rub a little bit of peanut oil all over the wings, and then sprinkle them with a good amount of salt and pepper. You season it to taste. Turn them over and do the same thing. Now you're ready to deep fry. Get your oil up to about 350 to 375 degrees and slowly lower the wings in, just a few at a time, into the oil until you have the bottom of the pan covered. You can go a bit more than that as they will move around in the oil. You don't want to put too many in at once as it will reduce the temperature of the oil. Now you just simply wait and stir them around every now and then and wait for them to float to the top of the oil. They are done at this point, but for those who like them a bit crispier, like we talked about earlier, just leave them in for a couple of minutes longer, depending on the crispiness you want. Now take them out and put them on some paper towels or on a towel to drain. Don't leave them too long as you don't want to get them too cool. Now for the fun part. Put your wings into a steel or glass bowl with enough room to shake them around. Even a plastic container with a top on it is great, as you're going to be shaking these bad boys up in the fire-breathing, dragon-smoking sriracha sauce. Smother as little or as much as you dare, giving them a good stirring up or shake. Platter them up with some celery sticks, carrot sticks, blue cheese or ranch dressing, and some extra sauce for dipping. And there you go. A meal fit for the hottest of chili inferno heads. But now, a warning. If you aren't sure about your own heat rating, before you consume these fiery, comet-blazing tasty treats, be sure to have your medical team standing by with the milk and ice cream. Now, if you like this video, please be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any more of the videos of the Spice King Spicy Foods. And there's much more. Check out the rest of our videos too. See you in the next video. Take care.